If you're trying to lose fat on a whole food plant-based diet, here's the deal. You don't need to starve yourself. You just need to be in a moderate calorie deficit. If you're like me, in the past, I would go on these crazy diets and restrict my calories so far that yeah, I would lose weight initially, but then I would totally go off the rails and binge and eat so much more and gain back all the weight that I would lose. That is not the way to do this. If you're really serious about losing weight, losing fat, and wanting to make this a lifestyle that's healthy for your body and your mind, and make you stop thinking about food all the time, this is the way that it needs to be done. Of course, there are a myriad of things that are going to be helpful for you, and you can search my channel. I have tons of weight loss information and tips and tricks that you can do. But why a moderate calorie deficit is so important is because I feel like it sets a baseline for you to be able to do this easily and sustainably without hating your life while you're trying to lose some fat. Our bodies burn a certain amount of calories every day, and that is kind of like our maintenance level. A calorie deficit just means you eat a little bit less than that maintenance to be able to start to see results with losing fat, losing weight. It's not nothing, it's just less. So for example, if your maintenance calories are 2,300 per day, then in order to get into a moderate calorie deficit, you would just need to reduce that by about 300 to 500 calories, bringing you to somewhere about 1,800 to 2,000 calories per day. This moderate calorie deficit, about 300 to 500 less calories than your maintenance amount of calories per day, is really like a sweet spot, and I'll tell you why. It lets you lose fat without tanking your energy levels, and without that, I don't know, for me, constant thinking about the food. I just did that for so many years. It like takes over all of your mental real estate, and it's just mentally exhausting. This screws with your attitude, your energy, your workouts. It really screws with everything when you restrict your calories so low that you're in a calorie deficit, but you are starving and hungry and only thinking about food and nothing else. If you restrict your calories too aggressively, you're gonna burn out. You're gonna binge. I've seen it time and time again in my own yo-yo dieting struggles when I was younger, and I see it sometimes with clients that I work with who really aggressively want to get to their goal, but they're not thinking about how this is going to affect them. They're going to burn out at some point. A moderate calorie deficit allows you to progress, and it allows you to enjoy your life as you're losing fat. If you pair a moderate calorie deficit with a few strength training sessions per week and just some more daily movement, you're gonna start to see results. That's a fat loss formula that actually will stick for you. If your plan is not sustainable, and when I say sustainable, I just mean something you can do long-term, AKA for the rest of your life, at some point you're gonna be over it, you're gonna abandon it, you're gonna be like, this is too strict, I don't care, give me all the things and shove them in my mouth right now. A moderate calorie deficit coupled with good, consistent habits is going to really help you get to where you want to go and be able to maintain it. There were times in my life when I would eat like maybe 400 or 500 calories during the day, and then I would go eat like 2,500 calories at night, really close to bed, be overly full of processed food and junk, and just feeling super guilty and full of shame that, oh, I did it again, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me is that I was not spacing my meals out with healthy choices throughout the day. And then, of course, at the end of the evening, I'm starving. So if you can identify with where I used to be, I encourage you to go find a calorie calculator online. Really easy to find. Input your stuff, see what your maintenance calories are, and then just back that off for yourself by 300 to 500 calories to see what a sustainable, moderate calorie deficit would look like for you. Most likely, if you're already in that kind of yo-yo binging cycle, you're gonna realize that it's more than you're eating right now when you think that you're gonna be fit with 1,100 calories and it doesn't work for you every single day. If you up your calories a little bit more than that, so we're looking at a balanced breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and maybe like a fruit-based dessert, you're gonna be able to lose weight and it's not gonna feel torturous. You don't need to eat like this bare minimum amount of calories. Include some healthy habits, do the moderate calorie deficit, and you'll find that you can actually sustain this. Train smart, eat smart, and stay consistent. And this is just one of the really easy tips that I can give you in order to do this. I'd love to know your thoughts on a moderate calorie deficit down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye.